Oh my goodness.
Okay, give me.
Places here where you can park. I saw him stop.
No.
If you need a witness, let me know.
Why are you yelling, sir?
Watch your back.
Welcome back to the LackLuster channel. It's been a year since I've posted this story, and we finally have an update. If you're not familiar with it, sit back, relax, and watch it for the first time. But if you came just to hear the update, skip to the timestamp linked on screen. On January 25th of 2022, a student of McLennan County Community College in Waco, Texas, was driving to class, and shortly after pulling into the lot, an officer working for the school pulls in behind him, blocking the entire path of travel through the lot.
713 traffic. You can just stay in your vehicle.
The officer radios in the vehicle's license plate, while Professor Casey Hubble pulls in behind her, on his way to a parking spot.
Simple. You might have to go around.
Casey Hubble was a tenured professor. For 16 years, he taught federal and state government. Because of his tenure and what he taught, it is likely that he knows quite a bit more about the law than your average traffic officer. He is also a disabled veteran after serving in the airborne infantry and requires a cane to get around. The officer's cruiser was unnecessarily blocking his direct access to the available handicap parking spots, so he asked the officer to move her cruiser.
Hello, how are you? My name is Officer Edgerton. I'm with MCC Police Department. Do you have your driver's license and insurance on you?
I do, ma'am.
The reason I stopped you?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, give me.
Places here where you can park.
Okay, I'm in.
Block the whole street.
Okay, I'm in the middle of a traffic stop, sir.
Professor Hubble also claims that the man in the Mustang had preceded him through the campus intersection and now tells the officer that he saw him come to a complete stop at the stop sign.
I'll move in just a
I
second.
saw him stop.
No.
If you need a witness, let me know.
I left my wallet at home.
That's okay. Do you have your driver's license on you?
That's what I mean. I left my
Oh,
wallet.
you left your wallet at home?
But you can
Okay.
run the
If
plates.
you need a witness, let me know.
Thank you, sir. But I think we'll be fine. My insurance.
What is your name? Okay,
want me to spell my last name?
Give me 1 second and let me move my
Yeah.
vehicle so he'll stop.
He can't get to his handicap spot.
The officer eventually moves her vehicle, and Professor Hubble parks and goes inside. By the time a backup officer arrives, 7 minutes later, Professor Hubble was already in his classroom, but the first officer warned about the professor, exaggerating the encounter to make it seem worse than it was.
Watch your back. There was one guy that got really irritated with me because I was doing this traffic stop, and then he started interjecting, going, he stopped, and I'm gonna find out he's in that black Mustang. I'm gonna find out if he works here because that was inappropriate. He was upset because he couldn't drive this way to park, and then he could have went around, but he just wanted to be rude. I mean, he got out of his car yelling. You can ask him. If you need a warning, or if you need help about, if you need a witness, let me know, and all this. Okay, sir.
The driver was let go with a warning, but the officer followed up with her encounter with Professor Hubble. 1 week after the 30-second incident, he was arrested in a campus stairwell while leaving the campus for interference with public duties. The professor was placed in a tiny holding cell for 7 hours before being moved to general population with 30 to 35 inmates, most of whom were charged with felony offenses. Hubble remained in jail until evening the following day. During that time, he was denied the use of his cane and medication. After his release, the school's president, John McCone, revoked Hubble's tenure and terminated his employment because of the arrest on campus. Per Section 38.15, interference is an offense if a person with criminal negligence interrupts, disrupts, impedes, or otherwise interferes with a peace officer while the peace officer is performing a duty or exercising authority imposed or granted by law. However, Section 38.15d provides that it is a defense to prosecution that the interruption, disruption, impediment, or interference alleged consisted of speech only. The McLennan County Criminal District Attorney's Office initially refused the case against Hubble, stating that the MCC Police Department obviously failed to read the portion of the statute that says a violation consisting of speech only is not an offense. His termination with the college was also rescinded for failure to provide him with due process protections. Shortly after After, as if the college and police department hadn't dug themselves enough of a hole, the MCC chief of police contacted the district attorney's office and persuaded the assistant DA to reinstate the charges. However, the same defense, as well as the citing of Houston v. Hill, was used to drop the charges the second time. The college also went back after his tenure, terminating him for a second time in August of 2022. And now, in Professor Hubble's lawsuit, citing First and 14th Amendment violations, it is claimed that the school's decision to terminate him was in response to a complaint he filed against the school alleging excessive full-time faculty workloads, as well as other complaints. Professor Hubble's lawyer notes that this is suggestive that college administrators acted out of their personal grudges with Hubble, making him the first tenured professor to have ever been terminated at the school, despite other professors with much more severe charges. A jury trial was set for January of 2024. The attorneys for the school filed motions for a summary judgment, arguing that Professor Hubble had not met the burden of proof for a federal case, but the case was dismissed just a week prior to the trial, after both sides reached an agreement, settling the case for $275,000. However, the settlement included a non-disparagement clause that barred each party from negative statements about each other. And of course, despite the large settlement, the defendants still claim that they did nothing wrong. So why settle for such a high dollar amount just 1 week before the trial? If you ask the school's attorneys, they'll tell you that the college's insurance company forced the settlement once legal costs reached a certain amount. Professor Hubble's suit originally asked for reinstatement to MCC. However, his reinstatement was not included in the settlement, and at least for now, he can move on with his life. In the end, I'd like to know what you think. And so, the court of public opinion is now in session. As the jury, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Was this settlement enough considering everything they put Professor Hubble through? Or did he deserve anything at all? Be sure to cast your vote.
I think
That's another professor, though. Oh, she just turns around and then.
Why are you yelling, sir?
Oh my goodness, he has a cake. He gonna,
Ooh.
he gonna hit it with the cake. I'm calling him back up.
I'm so excited.
Get your Camaro on somewhere.
Yo, we're so what he did. What happened?
He can't get to his handicap spot.
Look at everybody.
Well, why doesn't he just wait in his car? Oh my gosh.
He really did not need to get out. Oh.
The cop should not have to move.
She's not moving far. He's gonna flip her off. Watch.
He could have went around.
He's a professor.